Today, we are diving deep into an incredible award-winning novel called Snooze, a story of awakening. And trust me, it's a story that really asks you to look a little closer at the world, especially the one behind your eyes.
I mean, think about it. What if those strange, sometimes wonderful, sometimes terrifying worlds you visit every single night weren't just random brain firings? What if they were real?
That's the huge question right at the heart of this book. It proposes that maybe, just maybe, our dreams are actual doorways, inviting us to step through into a reality we never knew existed and find out who we truly are.
And look, people are raving about it. Critics like Lance White have called Snooze a multi-dimensional, many-faceted gem, and you can absolutely see why. The story just brilliantly weaves together this paranormal mystery with some really deep metaphysics and a genuine, high-stakes adventure.
So at its core, what we have here is a paranormal thriller, but one with some serious metaphysical roots. It's this exciting journey that's perfect for anyone, whether you're young or just young at heart, who's drawn to spirituality and, the big mysteries that are hiding just beneath the surface of our world.
Our story revolves around a teenager named Max Diver, and he is haunted not just by the mysterious, unexplained disappearance of his father, but by these incredibly vivid dreams that seem to be bending the very rules of time itself.
And this is where Max's journey of awakening really kicks into high gear, when these latent paranormal abilities start bubbling up to the surface in ways he just can't control or even begin to explain.
And we're not talking about small stuff here. I mean, through psychic dreams, he suddenly knows the secret, intimate history of his teacher. Get this, during a school fight, his astral body literally steps out of his physical one to defend him. He even starts getting these cryptic, important messages from animals. It's wild.
Thankfully, Max isn't totally lost in all this. He finds some much-needed allies in his quirky friend Tuesday and her mom, Maisie, who practices natural magic and, right away, sees that all these strange things happening to Max, they're actually signs of a really profound gift.
So, with their help, Max starts to understand that his dreams aren't just dreams. They're windows into something so much bigger, something real, a parallel dimension that's coexisting with our own, right now.
The whole idea the book is built on is this dual reality. So on one side, you've got space-time. That's our world, the familiar, material reality we live in. But on the other side, there's time-space, a parallel cosmic dimension where the big boss isn't physics, but consciousness itself. It's your mind that shapes reality there.
And this isn't just pure fantasy either. The novel actually grounds this idea in the real-world reciprocal theory. And in this amazing twist, Max finds out that this is the exact work his parents were investigating right before his dad disappeared, which suddenly turns his personal mission into something, well, cosmic.
But here's the catch. To find his dad and to understand his own powers, Max can't just barge into this new reality. He has to learn its language, its rules. And that requires a pretty deep spiritual initiation.
See, mastering time-space isn't about force. It's all about harmony. Max has to learn to find his innate tone, which is described as this unique frequency, the language of his heart. Then he has to truly accept that his consciousness, his thoughts, can create reality. And finally, the hardest part of all, he has to surrender control and learn to just flow with the universe's energy.
Max gets this incredibly powerful piece of wisdom from his otherworldly guide, who happens to be a twin version of himself from time-space. And this is really the central theme of the novel. The divine isn't some guy in the sky, it's the very fabric of everything, and it's inside of us and all around us. So all of this brings us to the story's real purpose, Max's quest to find his father. It's more than just a personal mission. It's a powerful, modern take on the classic archetypal hero's journey.
But Snooze completely redefines what that journey is. In this story, the dragons aren't some external monsters you have to slay. The dragons are the internal demons. Grief, fear, loneliness, all those forces that create the painful illusion that we are separate from the universe and each other.
This quote from the wise character Professor Akaris just perfectly captures the book's entire spiritual vision. The ultimate victory, the real heroic act, is realizing that we are all interconnected. It's about embracing a unified self living inside a unified cosmos.
So what's the big takeaway here? The book leaves us with this really profound vision for humanity, that our thoughts literally shape our world, that we are all fundamentally connected, and that by healing ourselves, we actually begin to heal the world. It's a beautiful reminder that our deepest, truest nature is one of unity. So when you boil it all down, Snooze is this absolutely thrilling adventure story.
but it's wrapped around a really deep spiritual guide. It's a visionary roadmap that uses a fictional story to explore the incredible, untapped potential that lies dormant inside every single one of us.
And that leaves all of us with one final, big question to think about. If we really are all interconnected, all part of one single, unified cosmos, what great journey is your own unified self calling you to begin?